Hey peeps, welcome back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 9. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, before we get into the episode, according to the blog Bravo and Cocktails, it's alleged that a new show is in the works. The new show is going to be called, allegedly, The Real Housewives of Atlanta Ex-Wives Club. This allegedly is going to be on Peacock, and the first season's cast is supposed to be Nene, Sheree, Lisa, Kim, Candy, Eva, Marlo, and they're saying that Kenya might actually join if she can allegedly get past her reservations about filming with Marlo and Kim. This could be interesting. It really could. What do you guys think? Do you think this is legit? I mean, it's absolutely possible that Nene could be on a Peacock show that just wasn't produced by Andy Cohen, I suppose. Or NBC Universal? I don't know. Bravos and Cocktails, they usually do a really good job of digging up information and finding out spoiler alerts and things like that. It's possible it could be true, but I want to hear from you. What do you guys think? I do know that Kim and her husband absolutely need the funds. They are going through. I heard from, I believe it was TMZ, that their house is going up for auction today. I also heard from TMZ that Kroy and Kim got into a huge fight that led to the police being called again right before Thanksgiving in front of the children. Her story was that Kroy threw her down from a ladder where she was allegedly threw her down from a ladder where she was taking down curtains from the house, but the children were there and their stories didn't match her story. According to the children, Kroy did not attack her, and when the police asked her to show her injuries that she said she had, she refused to do it. So the police did what they've done in the past with Kim and Kroy. They have asked them to remain in the house in separate areas. I am sick of Kim and Kroy. It is so crazy to me. This woman went out of her way to be with him. She went out of her way to have him as her man. And this is crazy that they are doing all this fussing and fighting and arguing. This divorce is like War of the Roses. It's crazy. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Let's get on to the show. So this episode picks up right where it left off with Mia and the ladies talking, and Mia tells them exactly what I said in my last video, that she was married prior to Gordon. And, you know, she released a statement and she said something in there that really clicked. She said that when she was going through the divorce from her first husband and Gordon got along. And I said, so Gordon was married when you were hooking up with him. And that means you were married when you were hooking up with Gordon. Now you're married to Gordon and you're hooking up with Ink. This is some nasty work. Like, this just isn't, it's not attractive. Anyway, she explains that she has an older son from her first marriage. And I remember her older son being on the show, her first season on the show. I'm assuming that his father has asked her not to show him on the show anymore. That's what I'm thinking. I think that Jacqueline, when they were having that discussion, she is really coming off as a pick-me. Seriously. She says,
"Can I speak? I was there. Thank you." So Gordon, he is okay with it for like 5 minutes, but the other 20 minutes he's miserable, saying he doesn't want Ink there. He wants him gone.
What Jacqueline is basically saying is she's saying that, for lack of a better word, you're putting up a facade. When we were
Can I speak? Can I speak? I mean, I was there. I should know. I said, yikes. Oh, she is really just, I'm not liking Jackie. When Jackie first joined the show, I thought she was cute. I felt bad for her because of the way Mia was disrespectful to her. But now I just want Jackie to go away. I really want Jacqueline off the show. So Mia was acting really stupid in my opinion. She's upset with Gizelle for asking her about this situation. And then she says that she didn't have to take Gizelle's advice. Gizelle wasn't offering you any advice. You were at the GNA event. You sat down with all of the women that were there and you told them that Ink told you he was stepping away from your relationship, and you said that that's what was happening. Then the very next day, you're all over social media with Ink and Gordon. So absolutely, they have the right to ask, didn't you just tell us that he was stepping away? Now he's here at the party with you, and the other day you were posting him all over social media. I would wonder too.
I think basically right now Mia was really trying to be the glue that holds us together, make it work for the kids, make it work for me, and still have your own piece of happiness. But that's really a little bit irresponsible. We know that that's not feasible.
Now I appreciate Kay for calling Mia right out. I really do. Mia thought she had a friend, but Kay was absolutely right. She says it's very irresponsible and it's not feasible to think that you are going to be able to juggle your divorce with Gordon, the children, and what's good for the children, and this relationship with Ink. I also agree with what Karen said later in the episode. You really do need to complete one relationship before you strike up another, especially when children are involved. If you did not have children, I would say do whatever it is the hell you want to do, girl. But you do have children, not one, not two, but three. And you are doing all of this in front of them. This is not okay. And then when Wendy brought up the fact that she was getting a citation, the fact that all of these grown, educated, business-owning women didn't know that there was a difference of a criminal citation and an actual citation given to you from a governor, it was awkward. And Stacey was so loud and wrong about the situation. She makes some sort of comment and she's got 4 degrees. Don't do that, Stacey. You're dating... I almost said Walter. You're dating TJ. Okay? And I know you've got a degree from some damn where. Shit. TJ is not for you. Anyway, I thought it was also extremely rude that Mia turns around and tells Jacqueline, stay over there. Once again, you did not have my back. I said, you know what, Jacqueline, you are just a glutton for punishment. You really are. None of the ladies like you. Mia doesn't truly like you. Production is clearly sick of your ass. And the fans, we are tired. I mean, this is ridiculous. Mia treats you like her broke, desperate charity case of a friend. She does not give 2 shits. Why would you, as a grown-ass woman, keep sucking under her ass? No, ma'am, you do not have to be treated like this. Pick your self-esteem the fuck up off the floor. Get out of here. Anyway, that stressed me out a little bit. So when the lady was announcing Wendy's citation, I thought it was highly disrespectful that Ashley and Stacey was standing off to the side having a full-fledged damn conversation. I said, well, how rude is this? How rude is this? Step off to the side and shut up. I mean, jeez. And then Stacey is sharing her information with Ashley. I said, why would you do that, Stacey? You don't like the fact that Ashley runs off and tells every damn thing. Have you not learned a lesson? Don't share anything with her. As soon as you tell her, she's going to run it off and tell the rest of the girls, and that's exactly what she did. I said, you know what? I wouldn't take any advice from Ashley. Ashley has been divorcing Michael's ass for 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years. Do not take any divorce information from Ashley. No suggestions, no advice from that woman. So then I got super embarrassed for Stacey. She's sitting at the table trying to have a conversation with TJ and he is ignoring the shit out of her. He is pretty much put up a safeguard like, get out of my face. I mean, this man is not her friend. He is not interested in her in any way, in my opinion. I think that this man has a very lackluster, mediocre acting career, and he is really on here trying to get a boost. No, sir. We don't love it. We don't want it. We don't need it, and we didn't ask for it. I'm just saying. Anyway, let me go on and move. So Giselle gives Stacey a little advice. She gave her pretty much the same advice that Sutton gave to Kyle on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. When you marry somebody, you love them, everything's good. It's rainbows and unicorns, hearts and roses, you know? But when you get ready to divorce, all bets are off. Men and women alike do not like to part with their damn money and assets. They don't. And if you are in one of those marriages where the husband takes care of everything financially, you will be shocked to find out what the hell is really going on in your finances. You need to know. You should absolutely have a lawyer. You should absolutely get a forensic accountant. You need to find out what the hell is going on. Stacey doesn't want to listen. She's like Kyle Richards in that way. Oh, but we love each other. This is a very, very cordial divorce. This is not messy at all. You know, we've agreed to divorce. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, keep your head in your clouds if you want to. Karen gives her a little extra advice. Karen said, keep your new boyfriend out of your husband's face because that'll just make him fight more. Same, vice versa. Keep your man out of his face. Let him keep his girlfriend out of your face, because even if you say there's no feelings anymore, we've fallen out of love, we're divorcing, there is something there. You better believe it. And if you go out and you see him prancing this woman around, or if he sees you out here, well, Walter ain't prancing you around nowhere. Walter is not showing any kind of love and affection at all, not privately or publicly, so he's got nothing to worry about. But you know what I'm saying. Don't rub it in the man's face. So then I get all emotional. Wendy introduces her children to Eddie's family. I got so choked up. I said, Lord, have mercy. They don't know them. They have not been communicating with Eddie's family for over 13 years. So they don't know their cousins, their uncles, their aunts, their grandparents. When Wendy starts crying when she's hugging her sister-in-law and they both said they miss each other, I said, this cannot be. I think that Eddie and Wendy, they have a beautiful family. They really do. And I'm hoping that they can work it out. And mostly if Wendy could get her mama to calm the hell down. I think that when Wendy and Eddie see Eddie's family for the first time, it should just be Wendy and Eddie. Go on over there, spend a little time, have a little lunch, see what the vibe is before you bring your children in, and then continue to keep it like that for a while before you bring your mama in. Maybe slide your brother and sister in first. You know, your mama be acting a fool. So then we go and we see a scene with Giselle and her daughter. And you know what? One thing is for sure, and I have said this many times before, I normally do not like Giselle. I am not a fan of Giselle. But what I am a fan of is Giselle's daughters and the relationship that she has with her daughters. You can tell that it is nothing but love and respect in their relationship. They love each other. They respect each other. They're very open. They're honest with each other. And I absolutely love it. And I laughed so hard when they tried to make a bet to see if it would be 2 weeks or 3 weeks before one of the twins called Giselle freaking out and missing her terribly, because the twins have decided to go to separate HBCU colleges. And Grace thinks it's a good idea because one of the twins really depends on the other. And I think that is going to be a great life experience for them. She was saying that on Jamal's family side, everybody that goes to college usually goes to a HBCU, and the girls are actually following in Jamal's family's footsteps. She's proud of her babies. And I am very, very happy that we as the fans have been a part of Giselle and her girls' lives. We have seen them grow up on the show the same way we've seen all of Teresa Giudice's girls grow up on The Real Housewives of Jersey. She talked a little bit about the loss of her dad and how all of that went down and how she was so devastated. She needed to get on a plane to get to see him, but she couldn't even type. And she said one of the twins called Jamal, and Jamal said, just go to the airport. There'll be a ticket there for you when you get there. And it was. That to me says a lot. They are not only good co-parents, they are clearly friends and family. I love that. So then we go over to Ashley's house, and I'm not going to mention nothing about Ashley's kids sitting on them countertops. You know, clearly she doesn't care. It's not a safe place for them to be. I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, I think that her kids are super cute and smart. When she talks to them about what they learned in school today, I thought that was so sweet. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're learning, they're retaining, they're sharing. I absolutely love that. She talks a little bit about that divorce and how her mediation was coming up, but I didn't really care about it. So I moved on. So then we get to Greg's office, and it's something about Greg that I don't love. I really don't. But we did find out that Greg's last name is Diggs, and on my mama's side of the family, their last name is Diggs. You think Greg and I might be distantly related? Probably not. Anyway, she says that Greg treats her like an employee at that office, but she is not. Then they talked a little bit about, Greg says that if she could start acting right, then she could become Mrs. Diggs. And I said, that's not really cute for me. Her and Greg are buying that house and moving in together, and I'm team her mama. Don't buy a house and move in with a man if you don't have the ring first. Because I keep thinking back to that old saying, why buy the cow when the milk is free? I don't want to buy a house together, move in here, do all these wifely duties, give you all these husband privileges, and I'm not wearing a ring and I don't have your last name. I don't want to do that. That's just my opinion. It could be old fashioned. I'm old shit. Anyway, does give an update on her lawsuit against Deborah. She says it's a personal injury case and that her lawyer told her to leave it into his hands and he'll take care of it. She says that she's asking for damages regarding her forehead, and that whole Deborah situation caused a negative reaction in her relationship because his biggest fear is that something would happen to her. I think, in my opinion, that the negative reaction that happened in that relationship was probably because of his reputation in the community. He was probably thinking, oh my gosh, everyone's going to think that I am dating this woman who is fighting in clubs. People are going to think I'm hood or something. That was just my thought. It possibly has nothing to do with that. So that's just my thought. It's alleged. I'm not going to put that on Greg. That was just what I was thinking. So Giselle and the girls get together. They go out for a little lunch. Giselle still to this day cannot pronounce charcuterie board. I don't know what the hell it is that she calls it, but I really hate it. She cannot do it. So Stacy arrives.
I ordered the thank you charcuterie plate.
Of course you did.
For the table.
I went into my first mediation appointment. I did have a conversation with my attorney, like you suggested. My husband and I had a very old school kind of relationship in that he managed the finances. Mm-hmm. To be honest, I haven't paid a bill in 15 years. I didn't know about this account. And what did you say? I'm sorry, what was in my name?
Oh my God.
It was just...
No, ma'am. That is what the ladies told you. But you didn't want to listen. Now, I do realize that it is old school these days, but that's how it was with my grandparents. When my granddad was still around, God, I miss that man. But when he was still around, he took care of all of those things. So my grandmother didn't have to worry about it. And that was fine because that's how it was then. And today, it's still like that in some marriages. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I do think that you need to know what the hell is going on. Like Stacy finding out that she has some accounts in her name. And then finding out that Wendy says that she needs to look into what's going on at her house too, because she doesn't know what her electric company is. She doesn't know where her mortgage company is. Eddie takes care of all those things. And she said she figured because she handles the house and the kids, that's the least he could do is take care of paying all the bills. And she might need to go home and figure out what the hell is going on, even if her and Eddie are not divorcing. Absolutely. I think that in every relationship, the man and the woman need to know what the hell is going on in the finances. You have to know. You don't want to take a chance and be shocked. Ashley then decides to tell them a little bit about her mediation with Michael. And she says that they have decided that Michael will get to see the kids 10 days a month. And Michael wants her to sign a confidentiality agreement that is indefinite, meaning she will not be able to say anything about him, anything discouraging, anything at all for the remainder of her life. And I said, hell to the no. And the reason I said that was no, you were married to him. That was your life too. That's your story too. And you should be able to tell it. And Karen was absolutely right. Karen said, no, ma'am, that is a bargaining chip. If he wants your silence, make him pay for it in his alimony. And you know what? I agree. That's a good idea. But I don't know if I would still go for it. I feel that I would have the right to say what the hell I want to say. I don't want to be stifled for the rest of my life. What if I wanted to write a memoir, which, you know, every housewife wants to write a damn book. What if I wanted to write a damn memoir? I would have to leave out all of these years with your ass because I've got this agreement. Absolutely not. So did anybody notice that production is making sure that every time Karen goes out, whenever Karen orders a drink, they film it to see what the hell she's drinking? Now, I don't know if they're trying to support her and the rules of her attorney or if they're trying to catch her ordering a drink. I don't know. But I tell you what, Karen, this entire season has been following her lawyer's rules. I don't know. It could just be that she's trying not to drink. I don't know. But she has made sure that she has not ordered anything stronger than soda water everywhere she goes. So she has a little lunch with her daughter, Raven, and I thought it was so cute. Raven is doing great. She flew in from New York just to see her mom, to have a nice little lunch, you know, to spend a little time with her mom, get some good hugs in, and then she was going to fly back to New York. She's working on some project with Amazon, helping them with some sort of rollout, and I thought, this is the sweetest thing. I love seeing that. I have a connection like that with my mom. So when they have their conversation, it just reminded me that I really love the relationship that Karen has with Raven as well. You know, Karen is Raven's biggest supporter, and Raven is Karen's biggest supporter. And Raven told her, listen, regarding this DUI, anybody who approaches you about anything else besides your health and well-being, they are not a friend. And in a way, I agree with that, but in another way, I don't, because I believe that friends keep it 100. And I would always love my friend. I would be there for them. I would support them, but I would also pull them to the side and say, driving under the influence is bullshit. What the hell were you doing? What were you thinking? You could have killed somebody. You could have killed yourself. This is bullshit. And this is the second time you've done that shit. You know, I would give them the riot act. And then after we were finished with that conversation, I would absolutely let them know that I love them. I'm only saying this because I love you. And I'm here to support you. I stand behind you, and I'm not going to dwell on this and bring this shit up again. But I am going to tell you how it really is. So I think that real friends bring that shit up too. Now, the way that they're doing it, you know, because they're on a TV show and they think the shit is funny and cute. But real friends would have a real conversation off camera, no microphones or anything, because you know she's going through a court case. But at the same time, I gotta let you know this is some bullshit. This is the second time you've done that. Absolutely not, ma'am. Now, Mia takes Jacqueline out shopping, and listen, I am no fashionista. Absolutely not. I don't know shit about fashion. You know, give me a pair of tennis shoes, some jeans, a t-shirt, and a ponytail, and shit, I'm ready to go. And now that it's winter outside, give me some tennis shoes, some jeans, a sweater, a coat, a hat, some gloves, and, you know, I'm ready to go. I'm just saying, no matter how bad my fashion sense, no matter if Mia is paying, she could not dress me for shit. Absolutely not. Everything that Jacqueline tried on was garbage, by the way. In my opinion, I have zero fashion sense. That might be high fashion, but I hated it. And then she's treating Jacqueline like she's a bum, like she's a charity case, like she's somebody's grandma. I mean, it was pretty bad. I didn't love it. Mia is sitting there like she is a victim. How dare Giselle call me out in front of all the girls? She could have called me or talked to me to the side. She's always nitpicking me. Girl, you have been peddling this Ink Gordon and violating Gordon by weaponizing his mental health all fucking season long. And then you are going to sit here and act like Giselle violated you or broke friendship code by questioning you in front of the rest of the girls. She was asking you about the bullshit lies you have been telling her. Get out of here with that. And then Jacqueline.
Giselle mad because she don't got one man and you got like 3 or 4. That's what it is.
Really? A married woman with 3 to 4 men on the side is not a flex. That is not cute. And not only that, Giselle does not have 3 or 4 men going because she's got a little class. This woman is a former First Lady. She is the mother of 3 classy young ladies. Why in Sam hell would she be out here toting around 3 to 4 men? And if she was, that would be cool because she's a single grown ass woman. Mia is a married woman with 3 children and 3 to 4 men, including, as Giselle says, Elf on the Shelf Inc. Get the hell out of here. That is why you do not have a flute. And damn it, I'm supporting Giselle. Whew, this season is different. So Ashley has decided to support a very worthwhile charity. And she has decided that she is going to do this charity event where she's going to rappel down the side of a building. So she sends the girls a text message to invite them. And in the text message from Ashley, she says, I'll be climbing down a building for charity on Saturday. I'd love to have all you ladies here to support me. Wendy says, I will be there with the kids. Giselle said, okay, a building, ? Karen is 1000% me. Karen said, you don't have to do all that, Ashley. I'll just send a check. I'm just saying. That's my kind of friend. She's like, listen, don't risk your life. You got these babies, okay? Let's just write a check. Now, I'm telling you, the charity, clearly worthwhile. 1000%. But I'm not rappelling off of a damn thing. I'm scared of heights. I just can't. Ashley did it. She was a champ. She was a superhero for her little boys, and they loved it. I thought she did great. Not me, girl. I'd have peed on myself and had a fit. Karen was so worried about Ashley, she turned around, laid out a prayer cloth, and went to praying to the Lord for Ashley's safety. And that nasty ass Mia says, I didn't know you knew how to get on your knees. And Giselle says, oh, wait, I thought you said you gave that up. Karen says, I did give it up. I'm down here praying to the Lord for Ashley. She said, I know Ashley's going through a lot with this divorce for Michael. Everything is just a lot. But what else is she going on that's got her climbing off the side of a damn wall? She is Karen is hilarious. Then here we go with Mia's ass again.
I thought that was like a legitimate question. But come to me, don't bring it to the group. Your girls were sneaking boys in the house in DR. Yeah. You didn't want me to bring it to the group. When we were in the Dominican Republic, her girl was sneaking with boys in the back of the house.
Oh, I caught a boy on the ring cam.
She did.
I caught a boy on the ring cam.
She did.
Yeah.
And she told me,
right,
I don't run and go and tell because that's your business. But then on social media, you post like everything is perfect.
The stress of juggling a pimp village has gone to Mia's head. Children are off limits.
Listen, I can't with Mia. To me, that was so low. That was so low. Mia trying to compare something that Giselle told her about teenagers doing teenage girl type shit to all of the drama that she has brought on this show is absolutely disgusting. It does not compare. You opened up to the entire group. You told the entire group at the GNA event. And now you want to regulate Giselle and have her ask you things in private? Are you okay? You are upset with Giselle for telling you that you're not protecting your children by bringing all this bullshit online, by bringing all this stuff onto the show, by bringing all of this right in front of them. And then you go on national TV and try to front out Giselle for telling you something privately about her daughters. That is trash. I don't know. You know, the whole sneaking boys in, or she saw one boy on the Ring camera. At that time, you know, last year, I would assume, Giselle's children, the twins were 17 and Grace was 19. I was really a good daughter, so I never did anything like that. But I did other things that I should not have done, and I think that that is normal. I had a lot of girlfriends who snuck boys in, and sometimes nothing, you know, happened. Other times things happen. Anyway, the thing is that wasn't your business. And she told you that privately off camera. You had no right to do that. And for a second, I flashed back to last season when Giselle got really upset with Wendy and Candace when they said that they would never send their children to a college in Florida. And I guess they made faces, or Giselle thought they made faces, and she got really angry with Candace and Wendy. And I was really happy to hear Giselle say that she was just shocked and collecting all this information, but that she was going to get with Mia. And I'm telling you, I think that Giselle is going to take Mia's ass down throughout the rest of this season. I think that Mia is not going to get away with this. This is crazy that she would bring those children up like that. Do whatever you want with Giselle. Say whatever you want with Giselle, but why bring up her children? And I agree with Karen. Karen said the stress of juggling a pimp village has gone to Mia's head. And okay, Karen, something has terribly gone to Mia's head. Mia really needs to head over to Love and Hip Hop. Maybe they will get a new franchise called Love and Hip Hop North Carolina or Love and Hip Hop Potomac, but move her there. She is ridiculous. Anyway, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.